Picture this, Chicago, Illinois, 1984. A young girl taken from her home country and arriving in America with hopes and dreams of a new life. Although her parents are divorced and she deeply misses her father, the dream of a new home, a new family is attractive yet frightening to her. The life she left behind was very poor and very unsafe. She goes to a new school and is taught in a language that she does not understand. She begins to get poor grades, which she has never gotten before. She was always the teacher's pet. She misses the singing and the dancing that was also part of her learning in school. On top of all of that, the children are mean to her and bully her. Go back to Mexico where you came from. They do not know that she's from the island of Puerto Rico. They taunt her for her curly hair and the color of her skin, a rich legacy from her indigenous roots. Although her teacher speaks Spanish, he cannot teach her in her native language because she's in America now. Welcome to the land of opportunity, the American dream. This is an excerpt from my doctoral dissertation, Shooting Stars, Estrellas Fugaces, Latinas Inspiring Latinas to Prevail, using lived experiences to share inspirational stories to encourage Latinas to persist in gaining their higher education. This is a snippet of my story, which I have also published in a book titled, God is Not Mad at You. In fact, He loves you. My mother, a single mom of 5, was searching for a better life for her children and escaping from the poverty that surrounded us in our community. Why social work? Unbeknownst to my mom, I was being sexually abused and raped. I was an angry child and then an angry and desperate adolescent, in need of someone who would listen and help me. Why social work? I want to be that voice to those whose voices were silenced or didn't think they had one. My mother taught me to believe and have faith in God. And after searching for answers to my why is this happening to me and why don't we have something to eat, I found the help that I needed. Through prayer and supplication, I found doctors, therapists, and mentors who poured into me and helped me through my healing journey. I was introduced to an amazing bilingual social worker who was also a Christian man, whose practice was faith-based. He provided me with the resources I needed to succeed and provided me a space where I could be me. One day, I received a call from one of my colleagues at Northeastern Illinois and said, guess what? Loyola is launching the very first online bilingual MSW program. I could not believe what I was hearing. I struggled through academia because of the English language. This was a dream come true. Finally, others could get the education that I so desperately needed. I struggled through my academic studies because of the language barrier. Things didn't make sense to me like it did for my peers. I am grateful for the dean at the time who was Gautam Menon, who presented to Loyola University this growing need for bilingual social workers in our society, and for providing this program to continue to equip bilingual social workers to provide services for families like mine. Why social work? I know firsthand the feeling of disempowerment brought forth by societal and environmental factors. I also know that there's hope. There's hope when a collective group of individuals like social workers equip themselves and learn how to serve the communities they serve and meet them where they're at. Why social work? Bilingual social workers are essential workers in our communities. Social workers provide support and resources to families like my own who needed someone to speak their language to better support their specific needs. Now picture this, 2023, a family of 5 who are in desperate need of resources better understood by a social worker who speaks their language. In this case, Spanish. And this can be you. And now, this is you. Thank you for listening to my story.